Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Clonks, and welcome back to another episode of my FC25 Southampton Career Mode series. But before we jump into this one, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update and a bit of a quick apology. It has been a while since the last episode. I do apologise. Like I said, the last week or so has been a bit of a busy one for me, so I haven't been able to sit down and record. Never mind edit, I haven't even been able to record. So I appreciate that. It has been a long time, but I'm sure you guys understand that sometimes life gets in the way, but we are back into this, and I am going to do my best, because I believe this will now be live on either Sunday or Monday. I believe probably Monday, but I will do my best to get as many episodes as I can out next week to kind of catch up, but I'll have to play it by ear, because like I said, next week is still not looking great for me in terms of availability, so it might be another busy one, but it is what it is. But as long as you guys do appreciate it, I understand that it can be frustrating when there's a long time between episodes, but I'm doing my best to get this out for you, and at the end of the day, this is just a little hobby for me, so whenever I can get it out, I'll do my best to do that. But anyway, I've rambled on enough now. Let's jump into this one, and today it's a big one. So we have the Carabao Cup semi-final second leg to start today, which isn't the best game to start at, considering I haven't even played this game in like probably about 2 weeks now since I last even picked up the controller, so who knows how this is going to go. But we do start off with that second leg. Obviously we are 4-3 down after the first one, but it's still, we are at home as well, so it is still a doable job to win that. Hopefully we can, so we can get to the final. We already know our opponents, so our opponents will be Man City. They did beat Chelsea, so it will be Man City who we play in the final. So, well, we've got to get there first, so it might be Man City who play in the final, but we'll do what we can to get there. We do have Man City today as well, which we are going to sim, and then 2 Premier League games that we will play with Wolves and Fulham, but obviously the biggest game of today's episode is that Carabao Cup game, which we are going to jump straight into now. But before we do, just a little reminder where we are in the league table. So we are sat in 11th after 24 games with 33 points, which is absolutely fantastic. We've had a really good season so far to get to a semi-final, potentially a final of a cup competition, and to be sat in mid-table after one season in the league is absolutely fantastic, and we are comfortably in front of that relegation zone as well. So as long as nothing goes too wrong, we should be staying in this league this season, and if we can finish as high as possible, that'd be fantastic, because at the moment is what I'm trying to say, we are 7 points off European competition, which, you know, isn't that much points really. I don't anticipate catching them in that position, because if we end up in European space, then that would be absolutely, that would just be an overachieved season. Absolutely, we do not have the team that should be finishing in Europe, but like I said, it can happen, but I doubt it. So we're just aiming to stay in the league, like I've been saying all season. So if we can just keep on picking up points here and there, we should do just that. Anyway, before we jump into this Leicester game, just to remind you guys that if you do enjoy this video, please remember to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss anything else from this series and my channel. Let's jump into this Leicester game. Big semi-final coming. Leicester lineup then for this semi-final second leg. Mads Hermansen in goal, Ricardo Pereira, Wout Faus and Okoli and Christensen make the back line. Then Ndidi and Soumare are the 2 CDMs, with Fatu, Thiago Thomas, Andre Hota and Brian Brobby. They do have a bit of fitness issues in this one, that's why some of their better players aren't starting, but they do have El Khanous, Mavididi, who did score that late winner in the last leg to make it 4-3, is also on the bench, and they do have a couple more options on that bench. Our team then is pretty much our starting lineup, bar a couple of players. So we are going to start Adam Armstrong over Delap, because Armstrong has been in better form than Delap recently, and he has been playing in this cup competition. He did score a hat-trick in that first leg, so he is getting the nod. The rest of the lineup with James Fernandez, Guchugu, we're bringing in Ward-Prowse to be a little bit more attackive rather than Downs in that CDM role. And then we have brought in Ben Davis to play alongside Jacob Greaves. And then obviously our cup goalkeeper Bazunu is starting, and we do have new signing Doué starting as that right back. So we're 1 goal behind. Can we get to a final? Let's find out. Faust into Ndidi, Sumare, Thomas, Holter. Plays a nice ball down the channel into Brobby, who gets a cross in. It is going to get to Fatu. He puts it back in first time. Brobby with a header. And it's a save for Bazunu, but 25 minutes gone. That is the first chance of the game for Leicester. It's been very even so far. Neither team want to make a mistake, so at the minute it's very cagey, but at the end of the day this suits Leicester more than us because we need to get a goal, which we could do here with Armstrong. We'll get this out to Sinistera. Poor touch, going to get back for Armstrong, takes a strike, comes in with a save, another save, and we don't score. Leicester get away with it. 2 good saves for Hermanson, but Armstrong maybe should have scored that second chance at least. But a chance each come into the late on in this second half. But it is still 0-0 on the night, 4-3 to Leicester on aggregate. 5 minutes to go in the first half, then still 0-0 here. It's been, like I said, nothing's been happening really. We had the chance earlier, just after Leicester had a chance, but that's all that's happened. It's just the ball's going back and forth at the minute, but like I said, that suits Leicester more, but we've got a chance here with Doué. Get the ball across to Armstrong, he can't get the strike away, and it does look like that we are going to head into half-time as we started, 0-0, 4-3. Unless Leicester... Oh, actually... the ref blows it. So yeah, it is 0-0, 4-3 on aggregate. We need a big second half, otherwise no final for us. Indeed. Fernandez has lost it. Thomas. Early on in the second half, Thiago Thomas just hits it wide. We're not going to see a replay because the ref is going to give a yellow card to Doherty for an earlier foul. But that was very close. It was very close, and we get away with it. And Leicester do an early change. It actually, Bazunu might have got a touch on it then. I thought it went straight out, but he did get a touch on it, so it might have been headed in anyway. But he does make the save. But here we come now on the break from that Leicester corner with Sinistera. He's got the legs. Leicester have let him go all the way here. Armstrong not quite making the run I need him to. We're going to have to go with Sinistera, and we are going to score. And just like that, on the break, we level the tie. 1-0 on the night, 4-4 on aggregate. Sinistera from a Leicester corner on the break. Goes all the way. I wanted to play it over to Armstrong, but he wasn't making the run, so I had to take the strike. But it was a really good strike. Now, we've not been impressed with Sinistera this season. He's not lived up to the hype. So at this current stage, unless something dramatic happens, we are not going to sign him permanently. Obviously, he's on loan from Bournemouth, but hopefully he has set a goal that sends us to a cup final, but it is level now on aggregate, so there's still plenty to do, but we've done the hard part and we got back into it, so let's see what happens from here. Here comes El Canous, then he's played into Brobby, who's actually got around Greaves. Brian Brobby, and it's a good save by Bazunu. Huge chance for Leicester there with Brobby. Got away from Greaves for probably the first time in this game. Greaves has been absolutely fantastic so far. And they've got a corner this time. They do header it wide. They don't let us get a counter-attack like we did earlier to get the goal. But another couple of chances for Leicester there. But like I said, it is still 4-4 at the minute. Last 10 minutes then is still the same scoreline. Nothing's really happened. It's a cross here for Leicester though. Thomas is there and Bazunu does get there. It was a free header. And somehow Leicester don't score, so we do get away with another one. Can we do something on the break then? Hutchinson gets round his man nicely. Over the top looking for Armstrong. Will dig the keeper. That was an opportunity to win it. He's digged the goalkeeper and it's just gone a little bit wide. It's just going away from goal and it's just gone narrowly past the post. 5 minutes to go then. We are heading towards extra time at this rate, but that was the opportunity there to go and win it and send us to a final, but Armstrong couldn't convert it, and it's still 4-4 at the moment. We've lost the ball though. That could be costly. Good ball into Sinisterra, who gets around his man nicely. Here we come then on the break. This could be the final chance of the game. Armstrong's made a run. We'll try and dig it into him. We will get it to him. Adam Armstrong! What? We're going to a final. What? I can't even speak about what is what? Armstrong takes the strike. Hermanson. I don't even know. I mean, that ball looks in anyway. But I don't know. Do I take that? I mean, it's such an anticlimactic goal that could be sending us to a final. If that just went in from Armstrong, I'd be celebrating like mad. But I think we're about to go to it. We are. Well, we're going to a final. Do we deserve it? I don't know. That's interesting. A very interesting way to get to a final. A very EA way to get to the final. I don't know what to say. I generally don't. That has just absolutely blown my mind, because instead of just jumping on the ball, Hermanson literally could just jump on the ball and pick it up. He's gone, oh no, I don't want to touch it. And then Okoli's gone, well, I'll do something about it then, and just try to smash it away, but instead has just smashed it into his own net. So we get our payback in the last minute against Leicester, like they did against us in the last leg. And we are going to a Carabao Cup semi-final, albeit in the most craziest of ways. But I'll take it. I don't anticipate us winning the final because it is against Man City. I can't see that happening, but you never know. But we're in the final, that's the main thing. In our second season, in the save, we're into a final. Get in there. Let's go take on Man City in the sim game next in the league. I've got no words. Okay, this is our lineup to face Man City then in this simmed game in the Premier League. We're going to obviously do the interactive sim like we usually do. We've been doing well in sim games this season against these big clubs. We did lose, however, to United last episode or the episode before. But other than that, we've been drawing a lot against these big clubs, and we've got a chance early on here with Delap. And it was almost an early goal then for us again. Another chance. But no, nothing comes of it, so let's see what happens. Haaland. You can't let Haaland have that much space, because as soon as he does, he is finishing it, and we are 1-0 down through an Erling Haaland finish. Yeah. Hopefully not signs of what's to come in the cup final, but I sort of anticipate that happening. So we shall see. We got another chance here. Oh, we've hit the bar, and Sinisterra's put it wide. Chance. And I wasn't really looking, to be honest. I was looking at something on my screen because something popped up. But Jack Grealish makes it 2-0 to Southampton in the 67th minute. Not to Southampton, to Man City in the 67th minute. And it does look like we are going to lose this one. But I was sort of expecting it. And City are going to absolutely smash us now. I thought they were about to make it 3. They don't. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do. They've been the better side in this game. And we are going to fall to a defeat. 5 minutes to go then, still 2-0. Can we get a consolation? Hutchinson going round the play, plays it inside to Delap, takes a strike, gets blocked. We still got the ball. Can we still get it? No, it's onto Edison's hands. And that is going to be it then. We are going to go 2-0 to Man City. But nothing to be too worried about. Like I said, it was a game we were expected to lose. But we're just hoping it's not the start of what's going to happen in that final. I believe it'll probably be in the next episode, because I think it'll probably be next month now. But we shall see. But like I said, I'm not too worried. As long as we go and pick up a couple of points in the next game, in the next 2 games, I I'm not too worried about that. So let's go and play. I believe it's Fulham. If it's not Fulham, it's Wolves. It's one of them. I can never remember. But let's go jump into it. So it was Wolves at Molineux. That was the next game up. So Sam Johnstone is in goal. Jana Hoover is the right back with Bueno, Zabarini and Agbadou as their back three, with Nico Williams on the left hand side. They got João Gomez and Andre as the two central midfielders, and then in front of them they got Akliushi as the right wing, Castellanos up through the middle, and then the dangerous Mateus Cunha on the left hand side. Our lineup is pretty much our starting lineup. The only change is Omari Hutchinson, who is now being changed into a right winger. We're going to give him a go. I changed him, to be honest with you. I can't remember what my thinking was of changing him, if I'm being completely honest. I think it's because we're obviously not playing cams, and I think I was going to change Hutchinson to play that right hand side with Dibbling, and then Dan James was going to rotate on the left with Sinistera for the rest of this season. And obviously in the summer then is probably that side again we're going to have to look at, that left hand side. We haven't been able to find the right man as of yet to occupy that position, so that is the big point that we are going to look at in the summer. But there's still plenty of games to go until then, so let's not get ahead of ourselves and let's get the first 3 points in the league of this episode here at Molineux, hopefully. Castellanos, oh, he's done well. Castellanos gets an early strike and Ramsdale is forced into an early save in the first 2 minutes. A good bit of footwork by Castellanos to get around Greaves, and he gets his strike away, but Ramsdale has been equal to it, and we do get the ball away. Do we? In fact, we get the ball away and we are on the break again. It's actually Hutchinson. Delap's in the middle. We should be getting a goal here. We will. Liam Delap. And Hutchinson, in his first start as a right winger, picks up an assist because we have gone and scored on the break from a corner yet again. We've done that a lot this season, and a simple tap in for Delap, who gets back on the score sheet. They're not going to get any easier than that, so let's not take too much into it. He has been poor the second half of this season. He started off brilliant, but at the end of the day, maybe that's what it'll take to get his confidence back up. 1-0. Another corner for Wolves then. We scored from their last one, so they'll be hoping that doesn't happen again. They've gone short this time to maybe... Kalushi's played it back to Cunha, who's going to get a strike away. Good block. Tackled. Keeps it in. Still got it. Good save. Ball's bouncing everywhere. Hit the post. Cunha's had about 2 big chances there to score, and we've got away with it. There was a scramble in the box, but somehow Cunha could not find the back of the net. And here we come now up the other end with Dewey. We'll try and get this into Hutchinson. We can't, and Wolves are going to get the ball away. Still 1-0 though. Lucky. We got a free kick then, which Doherty's on. Going to try something different with his left foot. Knock that down. Hutchinson. Oh, what a strike. I thought he was offside, but he must have just kept himself on the turn, takes the strike. And it's a good save from Johnston, but we get a corner now. Our first corner of the game. Can we do something with it? Header by Okuchuku and just wide. 22 minutes gone. A very action-packed 22 minutes so far. Both teams getting chances, but it is still 1-0 to us at the moment. Downs, Fernandez. Okuchuku will try and play that back to Fernandez. We do. Pass into Delap. Gets around his man. Liam Delap for his second. Johnson with a save. Really good football from us again. And another chance. And we got another corner. Got close last time. Can we get there this time? And the ref has pointed to the spot for a handball, which has been a while actually since we've had a VAR check. So if you're not familiar, we do check handballs in the box for VAR because some of them can be dodgy. So I do check them before I take them. So we will have a double check on that one. I couldn't quite see it on that replay anyway. So we'll have a double check on the instant replay to see if it did hit a hand. I think it did hit a hand, but whether or not it's a penalty remains to be seen. No, I don't think it is. I think, in fact, I don't actually think it hits hand. I think it's just one of those. Yeah, it's one of those that's like more of an EA thing because it kind of goes through the head of Howard Bellis and then hits Williams in the hand, but he can't do anything about that. So that is going to get overturned. No penalty. What a pass that is by Okuchukwu into Delap, who's taken it well. Play that across. Fernandez, why won't he shoot? He does in the end. I told him to shoot first time and then he didn't. He took a touch and I thought the goalkeeper was going to get it, although I think there was an advantage. I think we would have had a penalty because I think Delap did get taken out. Doesn't matter in the end though. Fernandez did eventually shoot and score and we are 2-0 up. We'll take another look at it. I believe if you look at Delap here, I think he gets taken. Yes, definitely gets taken out. That penalty would have been a penalty, but it doesn't matter because an interesting dive from Johnson in the end, but Fernandez does make it 2-0 and we are heading towards another 3 points in the league, which is absolutely fantastical. And it does look like it is going to be 2-0 at half time. Unless... Alright, chill out. Chill out. Good save. It is going to be 2-0. But another chance for Wolves then. Akiliochu or whatever his name is just decided to do some skills. Absolute menace. Still 2-0 though. Good touch, Dan James. Defender tried to take him out, but the pace was too much for him. Good pass into Delap. Takes a strike. Oh, what a save. It's a good strike by Delap. And he is going to keep it in. I thought we were going to get a corner, but it was a good save for Johnson. And it is still 2-0 at the moment. But we are the team looking more likely to score. And we should go on and win this game. Castellanos, it's a good pass out to Cunha, who is going to get there, and it's a good first touch. Here's a chance for Cunha. He could have scored earlier and still yet to score. I thought he was definitely going to score there. It was a really good last ditch tackle, but Wolves do get a corner, but we have been dangerous from their corners in this game. They've gone short again. They've worked it well this time. Ball in, blocked. Akliochu back into Agdu. Cunha again. Oh, good footwork, and yeah, it was coming. Mateus Cunha has been him and Castellanos, to be fair, have been causing me quite a lot of problems when they have had the ball. And frustratingly, it is 2-1 now, but there was nothing I could do about it. The footwork by Cunha here to get around the man there, absolutely fantastic. Cunha is a player that I would like to sign at some point in this save, I believe, because I do really like him. Obviously, my team United have signed him in real life, so I am looking forward to seeing him play this season. But 2-1 it is then, and hopefully we can get another goal, because I think we do deserve to win this one, but there's still plenty of time in this game, so Wolves could get another one. Free kick for Wolves then in the 65th minute. They whip it in, header, and lucky for us it does go wide, but Agbo probably should have done better with it. It was a free header. But it does remain 2-1 still, and Wolves are starting to become the better team in this one, so I'm a little bit worried. Aklioshu. Surely offside. No, apparently not. And it's a good tackle by Howard Bellis. But Wolves are really pushing now with 15 minutes to go. If anybody's going to score all of a sudden, it will be Wolves, and I'll be very disappointed if they do, because we should have gone and won this. It's bouncing everywhere. The ref has played advantage. I believe it's handball for them rather than us, otherwise we would have given a penalty. But Wolves do end up with a ball. They're going to whip this ball in. Ramsdale's come out and takes it. So with 12 minutes to go, we are hanging on at the moment. 5 minutes to go then, still 2-1 here, but Wolves are still pushing. And here they come again. It's Aklioshu every time running down that right hand side, who's causing me problems. And he caused me a lot of problems then with a nice ball into Castellanos. But lucky enough, Ramsdale was equal to it. But they do have a corner here. We are hanging on for dear life at the moment, but that's a poor corner. Ramsdale's going to get there. We'll try and go early, actually, looking for Sinistera. I thought it was the lap. We are going to end up with the ball. If we can get that ball out, maybe we can do something here with Sinistera. Good touch, that is. Oh, what a touch. It's put him one-on-one with the goalkeeper to finish the game off. Yes, he does. I was all in that first touch, the turn to get himself through. And he scores his second goal of the episode, so he's starting to score a bit more now. He didn't have a great season so far, like I did mention in the last episode, but at the minute he is pushing and scoring important goals for us. Obviously, that goal in the semi-final, just now, and now this one to kill the game off and pick up 3 points, which I'm very happy with. So if you can keep doing that till the end of the season, then maybe we'll consider signing him. But at the moment, I'm still leaning towards not doing that. But if he can score a few more goals for me just to end the season on a high, then I'm not going to complain. 3-1, 3 points, and that should be it. And we should... Oh, the ref has added 4 added minutes though, so you never know. You never know with me. You've seen some of the games that we've played this season where teams have managed to get back in, but we've got the ball now. We'll waste some time with Ramsdale just to kill this game off. Let's put the ball down. Boot it up. That's a poor kick, actually. But we do end up with it. Now the ref should blow his whistle, and he does. There we go. 3 points. Let's go pick up another 3 points against Fulham. Fulham lined up then for the final game of the episode. Majecki in goal. Tete, Anderson, Bassi and Truffaut as the back line. Then they got Stiller in the CDM role with Harry Wilson on the right, Emil Smith-Rowe and Lucas Paqueta as the 2 central midfielders, with Alex Iwobi on the left hand side, and then up top on his own Albert Gudmundsson, who was top goal scorer in the league. I don't know if he is anymore, but he's having a fantastic season. Our lineup is pretty much our starting lineup, bar Ben Davis, who is going to start over Howard Bellis, who is a little bit tired, but other than that we are at a full strength. So good win in the last one. Hopefully we can continue it with another one here at Craven Cottage. Fernandez, Sinisterra, what a cross. Delap, oh, what an early chance for us in the first 2 minutes. It was a hell of a cross by Sinisterra, who is having a really good episode, and Delap, who's having a decent episode. He did get a goal and assist in the last game, but couldn't quite keep his header down. So, but a good first chance for us. Okuchuku, ball out to Sinisterra. He's going to cut back inside, gets round Tete, gets round Anderson. Here he comes with another opportunity. What a goal this would be, and what a goal it is. Sinisterra is having the episode of his career in a Southampton shirt, because he has scored in pretty much every game bar the Man City sim game. Every played game today though, Sinisterra has popped up with a goal, and that one is another fantastic one. Nice good bit of skill to get around a couple of defenders, and then opens up his body and places it into the far corner to make it 1-0. And he is really making a case for himself now. If he can keep that up between now and the end of the season, like I have already mentioned, then maybe we might consider signing him permanently. But at this moment, like I keep saying, it's not what we want to do, but it might be something we have to do if he does keep scoring. 1-0. Truffaut for Fulham, then into Paqueta, plays it into Alex Iwobi. Gudmundsson back to Iwobi. Strike from Iwobi, wide. That is Fulham's first shot of the game though. Comes in the 27th minute, but a bit of a poor one. So it does remain 1-0. Fernandez, Sinisterra. Tete's committed. He's been skill pass. Sinisterra. Oh, another good strike, another good run from Sinisterra. And he's forced the goalkeeper into a really good save, to be fair. And we do get a corner from it. Ball's going to fall for Sinisterra. Heads it on to Kuchuku. Dewey. The ref is going to give that. To be honest with you, it looks like a handball. It's one of those that just looks like it. But obviously we will check it. I'll have a quick look at the initial replay, see if I can see anything. Yeah, it's not looking good, is it? It's not looking good for Gudmundsson, because I do believe he has put his arm up in the air, which you really can't do in the box. It wasn't here, was it? It was a little bit further on. It was this cross here from Dewey. Goes for the cross, and yeah, that's a handball. You can't put your arms up like that, unfortunately. And we are going to get a penalty. Liam Delap then stepping up for this penalty to get yet another goal this season. He's scored a few, to be fair, and he has scored again. He's back into scoring form, albeit 2 fairly simple goals from this episode, one being a tap-in in the last game and then a penalty. But he's got to be there to score them, and he has scored them. So hopefully he can kick on now for the remainder of this season and take these goals into his stride and get some confidence going and score a couple more open play and some harder goals. At the end of the day though, I don't care, if as long as he scores them. If they're tap-ins, then whatever. Just he needs to start scoring again, because it was a bit worrying about him, to be fair. But anyway, let's not dwell on the negatives. He scored his 15th goal in the league, so you can't really say it's a poor season. It's just he scored the majority of them early on in the season, so Yeah, anyway, 2-0. Free kick first, and later on in this game, Mukchuku's going to step up and chip it in. It's going to be Dan James who headers it down to try and find Doherty. That's going to be it. Nope, ref's going to the left. Sinisterra take a strike. Oh, he's at the bar. Headers it. I don't think the ref should have let that happen. He's still letting it go. Oh my god. The ref should have blown his whistle, but Sinisterra, he let him have the strike and he hit the bar. Very good strike, but we do go into half-time only 2-0 up, not 3. That's a good bit of play early on by Fulham. It's a nice pass by Smith Rowe to Harry Wilson. Cross comes in. Iwobi's peeled away. Lays it back inside. Goodmanson, Fulham. Oh my god, what a strike. Not a good strike. I meant to say what a bit of play, not what a strike. And Goodmanson cannot finish off a really good bit of play by Fulham and really should have done better. So it is still 2-0. And if Fulham don't get their shooting boots on like Goodmanson clearly doesn't, then they are about to lose this game. Throw in for us then. Sinisterra back to Fernandez. Doherty's made a run. Sinisterra's made a good run. We'll get the ball to him. Laid it back off for Delap. It's a good save. Another save, another chance for Delap. And it's still 2-0, but we do get a corner. Can we make it 3 from it? It's gone deep. Header. Deflection. Not a deflection. It was just a header, and it does go out. So still 2-0 here. Oh, it's a good bit of play here by Goodmanson, who's got himself one-on-one, and what a strike. So he's got his shooting boots on there. Obviously took what I said personally, and from the outside of the foot, finishes, but it was all about the first touch to get around the man, and then from there, he had to score it really, but it's a really good finish to score it. But bit disappointing on our end again. We've let a goal in when we've been the better team. We've been dominating really, but we've conceded again, so this game is nervy yet again. Paqueta's another good pass into Goodmanson, who's there. Ramsdale is forced into a save. Fulham pushing again though, they got momentum after that goal. Iwobi off the post. We can't get the ball away. Greaves, get it away please, thank you. Oh my god, somehow the ball stays out, but Fulham again doing what Wolves did earlier on and pushing for that second goal after scoring their first from nothing really. And all of a sudden we are at the back foot. Dan James. Delap, good touch. Liam Delap, he's got to score. It's chances like that Delap is burying at the beginning of the season, but not anymore. I don't know what's going on with him. That should have been 3. 5 minutes to go then. It is still 2-1 here. We've got the ball in the right end of the pitch, although passes like that is going to mean that Fulham are going to get opportunities to come back at us, which they are going to do here, although Dewey gets it in there nicely, but he can't get the pass away and Fulham end up with it again. But a good tackle from Downs this time. But he's given the ball away. Come on, there's got to be better passes than this. Goodmanson trying to force himself through, but we do get the tackle away. And here comes Sinisterra trying to find Hutchinson over the top. Can't. It's just back and forth at the minute, which kind of fits us nicely. But at the same time, I'd rather have the ball, which we do now. We're just going to pass the ball around and just waste some time to get this 3 points. Because we have deserved it overall. We just let a stupid goal. Well, it wasn't stupid. It was a good goal by Fulham, but it just came out of nowhere. And we've forced that, but that should be it. We should have done enough. And we have to top off a really good episode to get into a final and then to get 6 from 9. 6 from 2 played games as well, which is fantastic. Obviously, that loss against Man City being a simmed one. But, yeah, overall, fantastic episode. So let's go see where we are at the end of this episode in the Premier League table before we wrap it up. Okay, so we have stayed as we were in the league, so we're still sat in 11th, but the most important thing really is that we've actually extended some more points above the relegation zone. So we've gone from about, I think it was 15, now we are 19, so doing really well. I believe now what we're on 39 points. Was that what it said? Yeah, we're on 39 points. I still think we've probably done enough, but if we can just pick up one more point, then that should be us safe from that relegation zone, which sounds silly really considering how far up the table we are, but obviously that is what we were aiming for this season, to remain in the league, and it does look like we are going to go and do that quite comfortably. So let's see what's coming up in the next episode. Okay, the next episode then is a big one because we do have the Carabao Cup final against Man City. We'll start off with a sim game though against Arsenal before we do play that cup final, and then we will play the Hull game, we'll sim the Chelsea game, and then potentially play the Aston Villa game, depending on how the cup game goes, because if we take that to a penalty shootout, then maybe that is where we shall end it on that Chelsea game. But if that game goes as badly as I think it will, because I'm not, like, let's be positive, we might be able to do something, I just don't anticipate it, but you never know in a final. It's a one-off game, we shall see what happens. But if it doesn't go to even extra time, then obviously we might end up playing that Villa game, but we shall see how it goes. But that's where we shall wrap this episode up then, guys. If you have enjoyed, please remember to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss anything else from this series and my channel. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, I appreciate that you guys have been patient with me because it has been a long time between episodes. I'm gonna try and make sure that that doesn't happen this week, but like I did say, I can't make any promises because I do have another busy week ahead, so I shall see what I can do. If I can get some time to record and edit, then of course I will, and I will give you as much content as I possibly can. So anyway, let's draw a line through that now. Let's carry on and do what I possibly can in the final in the next episode. But until then, guys, I've been Clonks, and take care.